Hey, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, comments, donations, super chats, super thanks, everything, the hypes. Thank you. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead, ring the bell. Let's clear out this energy and let's see what the message the Spirit has for us. Sasha, go play. Get your toy. Go play. Girl, if you don't go, cool. Goodbye. See ya. Somebody cannot get enough of you. Hey, Nana. Somebody can't get enough of you. But at the same time, it's like you already know where you're headed. And Spirit is moving you forward. It's like you've been through enough. Bottom of the deck. It's like you have a new plan. You can see something so clearly now, it's almost like you're watching a movie. Like you see yourself putting everything in motion. It's this new plan, and it's going to go your way. Hey, J. Mike, it's going to go swimmingly for you. Yes, this is going to bring you all the stability that you need. This is going to bring you more than what you could have ever hoped for. It's like I'm hearing that song, solid, solid as a rock. That's what this, and y'all know I can't sing, but that's what I'm hearing. You've already had to do enough to protect yourself. And Spirit says that you've already come through so much. But now it's like you're protecting yourself from somebody else. You're protecting yourself from two other people. And these two people can't get you out of their head. Talk about living rent free. We got a King of Wands and a King of Cups. You're living rent free. Hey, K-Hyphy, how are you? And you're not even worrying about it because there's nothing that they can do any longer. They've done enough. Right now, it's like you are on it. You are intuitively on it. But it's like I feel like, for some reason they're wondering who you're seeing. For some reason they're wondering who you are seeing. Like, is somebody helping you out? I don't know. It's like because you're growing, you're expanding. But it's because your gifts are developing. The more you do, the more you put into you, the better you're getting. Your ancestors are there. I see them doing like this. Woo, 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 backing you up, like, hyping you. Woo, 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 woo. They're probably not making that noise, but that's what I see. Them hyping you, giving you kudos. You can't make this up. And before the long, hard struggle, for the dedication that you put in, I'm telling you, they were sitting here doing this. That's what I saw, them giving you kudos. And they're happy. They are so happy. Let me tell you why they're happy. Whenever you decided that enough was enough, you made a plan and you stuck with it. You stuck with it. You didn't back down. You didn't cower. You didn't say, well, this is too hard. No, you completed that cycle. Confirmation. They thought that you were not going to be able to take it. They thought, and somebody even said, watch this. Somebody even put a time limit. Girl. They put a time limit, like how long you was going to be able to survive without them. And you know what? They even spread that time limit. They was telling everybody, give them 2 weeks, give them a month. They'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, they're not knocking at the door yet? Okay, 5, 4. They're not yet? It's like they was doing that, trying to be funny. Trying to be like their friend was over. That's them. That's them. Don't open up the door. Don't let them in. Sasha, that was me. That was me, baby. That was me. She's on it. She was like, oh, am I supposed to be barking? What's going on? But now they see that they, that last action that they took, that last little hoorah they made, they see that was the last one. Like they say, that last time was the last time. That was that last time. And like I said, you've been on your own. You've been single. You separated yourself. You're doing fine, and they cannot figure out what is going on because they thought that you would be coming back. They thought that you were going to be like begging them, trying to, see if you can communicate how to kind of get back in. But that hasn't happened. That hasn't happened at all. Hell, you look like you ain't even bothered, baby. You look like I could give a damn. You possibly have your own company, or you have a position with a job, or some people that you're working with that you're doing great. And you don't look like you bothered. She looked like she bothered. Mm-mm. She's sitting there, legs crossed, arms folded, with her pentacle, eyes closed. And now it's those people that thought that you was going to be trying to come back in. Hey, Addie. Hey, J.E. My E. 222. But yeah, those people that thought that you was going to be begging, trying to come back in, they are struggling right now. But the struggle is for them not to reach out to you. That's the struggle. See, I'm telling you, somebody wants to reach out to you. They want to contact you so bad. Ooh, Bruce Lee. Because they thought that it was going to be simple. They couldn't wait for you to get the fuck on. They was like, get. Now that you went, they want you to come back in. But you can't have it both ways. Something about, I feel like one of your ancestors, this is a passed over loved one, is sitting here watching them. And this, I don't know why I'm hearing grandfather. This ancestor is sitting there watching them go crazy, watching them bicker, fuss, fight with each other. They thought that this was going to be you trying to fight with them, but it's them fighting each other. And you don't care. You're cool. You're by yourself. God separated you and called judgment. You called judgment. And that's another reason why you're not around them either. Because see, they didn't think that you knew what the fuck that they was doing. But the whole time you was sitting there watching them from afar, not looking amused, knowing exactly what they was doing. And see, they didn't think that you knew. They didn't think that you could see. Now somebody wants to communicate. This could be somebody in your family. They wanna communicate. They want to talk to you. Somebody they want to. It's almost like I kind of get the feeling somebody wants to come in, like they want to kind of start some shit with you, just to kind of like see if they can get you riled up. You know how they used to, yeah, how they used to. They want to get you riled up now. They want you to start fighting with everybody. They want you to start bickering. They want you to threaten, I'll choke the shit out you. But you're not doing any of that. You don't have to. This ain't your struggle. This is not your struggle. You left that struggle behind when you left those asses behind. This has nothing to do with you. Only thing that you're trying to do is live your life, appreciate what you have, appreciate who's in your life that's adding something positive and forward moving, and be happy. That's all you want to do. And you know what? Your ancestors are backing you up 100%. Like I said, one of your ancestors, a passed over loved one, I feel like that one is getting the last laugh, because that's the one who, it almost felt like that was the one who hurt even more than you did, watching you go through this. But not anymore. Hola, Marcia. Hey, Miss Pretty Girl Swag. Thank you so very much. Hey, B2Z, for real, for real. Yeah, that's the one who was hurting whenever you thought that you were hurting. Your ancestor, your passed over loved one was hurting more than that. It's like they were internalizing your pain in heaven, like they was trying to take the pain away from you so you didn't have to feel it on a 3D level. And now somebody that was fucking with you, was giving you grief, now that one is in grief. Because something about your faith, they didn't know. They see something about your faith that you have, the faith that you have in God. You always knew that there was going to be a better day. And that's why you never gave up, because you said, this is just temporary. What I'm going through is just temporary. And so you would like envision yourself, already place yourself in a better place. Already place yourself where in the direction that you wanted to go. You could already envision everything, where you were going. And I feel like just you doing that, that's what helped you to take those necessary steps to get there. Your ancestor, that passed over loved one, was also always in your ear, talking to you, guiding you. And these people, whomever, they're watching you because they expected you to make a misstep or to some mistake. They expected you not to be able to have the finances or things go crazy all of a sudden. They expected to be able to watch your life go down. But it never did. It's always gotten better. It's always gotten better. Even whenever they were trying to send these attacks, I'm kind of hearing like psychic attacks against you, to try and get it so that you something was going on with your thinking, get you confused. But that didn't even work because Spirit kept you going forward. Spirit made sure that you had everything that you needed. They couldn't mess with you because Spirit was already in control. God had already taken the reins of these horses. So there, no matter what they did, there was nothing they could do. They're watching you work. They're watching you work, and they it's like they're upset with themselves because you know they expected you to like look here to feel like you didn't get these cups, but instead you, like I said, you always felt like there was something better for you, that there was always going to be a better day for you. So it's like you already like accepted this cup, but they were looking at these cups, thinking that you don't see that, but you always kept moving forward. You always kept working, and your strength, your spiritual strength is undeniable. It's like this is what gave you the courage to continue to move on. You had to end something. And now this person wants to come and it's like they want to offer some type of apology. They want to give some type of answer, some type of reason. They want to give you something. But it's like you, at this point, you don't need it. You're good without it. But they still want to plan to come towards you. I'm telling you, spirit, is making them look at themselves. Of everything that they tried to do, how they tried to hold you back, nothing worked. It didn't work out for them. They've been doing this for a while, though. Whoever this emperor is has been doing this for a while, and they always expected whatever they was doing to come back in. They always expected like the energy that they put out there for you to come in and affect you. I'm telling you could have been one of their children, or this could be your child doing this to you. Hey, Bragsy. Hey, Steve. Addie said, hell to the no, no, no. But you know what? It's something about the truth, your truth. You always knowing the truth. You always knowing the truth. You always believing that, God loved you. The strongest power, the strongest emotion is love. I'm having this feeling that you had a dream one night, like you had a whole conversation with God, and it's like God said, "Yo," because I'm seeing this key on my, but like the key to life. God was giving you the answer to the key to life, and that was love. That's the answer. It sounds so simple, but that's the answer. You knew the key to life. That's why you knew it was time for you to leave this relationship, whatever this relationship was. Whether it was a spouse, a lover, a family member, could have been a family member. But it was time for you to leave. It was time for you to just peacefully go away. It broke your heart. It was hard. It broke your heart. But you knew what? You knew what you had to do, because you couldn't do this anymore. You could no longer put up with this person's attacks. Physical attacks, spiritual attacks, emotional attacks. Hey Tracy, how are you? Beautiful name, by the way, Tracy. So now somebody is in hermit mode. They're going through the dark night of the soul. And somebody wants to, you want to go outside, baby? Let's go. Let's go. I'll be right back. Let's go. Come on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Here we go. Come on. Okay, come on. Stay outside for a little bit. Thank you, y'all. Because if I didn't let her out, she'd have been really crying, acting like somebody's hurting her. She just wants to go outside so she can bark at everybody. And I mean everybody. Everybody knows my dog in the whole neighborhood, not just the internet, but the entire neighborhood. Because she's the only one that likes to go out there and go ham like that. We can walk the entire neighborhood, no other dogs will bark. If there's another dog, a cat, a person, a child, a bird, anything fly past this house, oh, she's all on it. Everybody know about it. But somebody, they're having to look at themselves. They're having to sit and actually look at themselves. You know? I just heard God say, I'm making them figure this shit out. God said he set that ass down. They have to figure some shit out. You can't make this up. God told them that you got to sit your ass there and figure some shit out. And they figuring it out. They got it figured. You were living rent-free in their head, that King of Cups and that King of Wands. Because they know the reason that you walked away, the reason you left, the reason that you cut that shit off, the reason that you had to cut off that person, because that was, they bit the hand that they were being fed with. That's why. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. And they just weren't aware. They were aware, but they didn't give a damn that you was feeding them. You were feeding them not necessarily with that food, but you were feeding them with something better that nourished them. You were feeding their soul. You were feeding their spirit. When they were down, when they needed something, somebody, they came to you and you fed them spiritually. You opened up their eyes. You helped them to see a whole new way to look at life, to think about things. But they didn't appreciate that. What's the message? Yeah. It's like your faith. They didn't believe, they didn't have the faith that you have. They didn't believe that you would be able to do this. And now they're sitting there looking at you with a whole new point of view. They see everything is not what they thought it was. It's totally different. It's totally different. But God said they needed to figure that shit out. Mm-hmm. They're watching you Oh, and they're upset. Somebody's fired up. Somebody's fired up that life is going forward for you, that you are stable, you're secure, you got everything that you need. They see that you're happy, they see that you're prospering, and there ain't shit that they can do to get at you. There's nothing that they can say. There's no amount of black magic they can throw. There's nothing they can do to get at you. You know what? You are like, there's this big, you know, those thick glass walls that they got at the bank. It's like all around you. And no matter what they throw at you, it's nothing is penetrating it. Nothing. They can't get at you. And they're upset. Yes. Like I said, they know there's nothing they can do. You walked away. When you walked away, once you walked away, that's when that glass shield came down to protect you. And now this emperor, they know. They know. It's like they know the truth. They know who you are. They know what you got. And they understand why you're gone, because they knew they was biting the hand that was feeding them. Um, I'm feeling like, yeah, it's like somebody's going to be, I don't know if you should expect a letter, but I see a letter being written to you. I see a letter being written to you, but they're not even sure if you're actually going to open it and read it. Almost like you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to see it. It's either a letter, it's an email, somebody's going to try and write something to you. It's going to be typed, it's going to be written, so that they feel like if you read it, you know, they don't want to take the chance of trying to call you, because then you could kick it to voicemail. The number's probably blocked or whatever. But they feel like if they write it, if it's something that you have to read, then that's whenever the point is going to get across. Like, they're going to be able to soften your heart. They're going to be able to make it so that you think about them, so that you go, well, maybe I should, because right now they know that this is where they're sitting, just where they wanted you to sit. This is why God said, no, let them figure this shit out. Like, let them figure this shit out. Because you figured out enough. You already called judgment. You called judgment and you went on. Hi, Diesel Gravy. How are you? Yes, some people are aggressively stupid and they like it that way. Hey, Shaylin. They like it that way. And if they like it, we love it. We love aggressively stupid people. Just not in our energy, though. What's the message? Yep, exactly. Exactly. What's the message? Give them that sweet spot gang sign. 2 of these and 1 of them. 2 of these and 1 of these. What's the message? Yeah. Now they once they figure some shit out, it's like they realize that this was like the stupidest thing that they could have done. And the only reason they did this is because they was jealous. They was jealous of you. That was it, of what you had accomplished. Every time they tried to strike against you, you completed a cycle. You rose above a situation, and that made them even more jealous. Them telling you this is like a family that's doing this shit. And this person is sitting here watching you work. They're watching you work. They're watching you get your pentacles on. And the whole time, this witch is sitting here thinking that they can still fuck with you. Like you not sitting there watching her trying to throw magic at you. You sitting there watching it. It's like you're not budging. You're not worried. You're not even moving. You just sitting there looking at the bitch like, okay, whatever. But see, one thing they don't see is your heart has been locked away. It's under lock and key. You see those flags, especially the red flags. You're getting the information from spirit guides, from your ancestors. That's why you're not worried. You ain't worrying about that shit. And plus, like I said, you got a passed over loved one sitting there watching everything, and their passed over loved one is looking at them, what they're going through. It's not you. You went through yours. You went through yours. They created this struggle, this curse for this family. So it's on them. Your name is cleared. Your name is cleared. You don't have to worry about nothing else. I know that's right, K Hyphy. Hey, Jude, how are you? What's the message? Yes. I feel like Spirit is laughing too, to be honest. Spirit is laughing too at this devil, because the devil thought that they had you. Spirit is like, you ain't have shit. The devil thought, I got it. I got her. I got him. Spirit is laughing like, you ain't got shit. Like, and it's a big old belly laugh. Because the devil thought they were so close. They like, I got him. I'm so close. That was just that pie in the sky type of dream. But what they are getting is karma. They fighting amongst themselves. Their money is now funny. And they left feeling out in the cold. That's too bad. That's too damn bad. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yep. You call judgment on this group, on this crew, because you said, enough of them trying to put you under some type of, just going around creating situations, lying on you, trying to put your name in situations that you're not even a part of. You're not even involved with this. That's why you had to call judgment. And whenever you call judgment, it's like all that shit went back on them and it caught them up. You left them right where they needed to stand. I feel like somebody's having a hard time really looking at themselves in the mirror, knowing what they've done. Yeah. They don't want to accept the fact that, they created a generational curse for themselves. They're afraid. They are afraid of that. Because, they don't want to think that, oh, shit, I'm going to get back everything I put out there. They don't want to sit there and think that they're going to be ridiculed, lied on, abused, misused, knocked down, opportunities all of a sudden vanish because they had something to say, where people in the streets going to be like, I heard this about, and none of it is true. They don't want to think that it's coming back on them, but it's already here. They feel it. They feel it. They are going through it right now. They feel it. They're going through it. As they should. That's what they get. That is exactly what they get. They going through this shit, and spirit is given to you and you alone. This King of Pentacles thought that they was gonna be fine with their finances until the end of time. No, whatever they built, it was all false, and that shit is breaking down. They having a tower moment at this time. This King of Wands, been doing dirty shit and just hasn't been loyal or nothing for the longest. And now this King of Wands is getting their own karma, and they getting it hard. And their karma is going to be there for a while. They're going to have the longest amount of get back that they're about to get back. This Magician could have been somebody who could have been the Cups. Now sitting here making up lies about you, saying all the worst shit about you. Now they get that taste of that. They're in depression. They are actually experiencing a depression. See, everything that they thought they was going to throw on you, it's funny how what goes around comes back around, isn't it? You call judgment. God called judgment. And there ain't nothing that they could do. Nothing. Like I said, there is somebody that's going to come into your energy. It's going to come around and they're going to offer you something. I feel like it's a good offer. I feel like it's somebody that is set in your path to help you. This is somebody who's sent on your path to help you, but this same person is the same person. But this is the same person that this King of Cups had just did too much. Instead of them, they're the ones who put the final sword in your back. But the way that they was doing it is they was trying to speak some curses over your name. They was trying to tend to sword you, but hold back like they did. Oh, I don't really. You know how somebody they want to act like they're in your corner, but they're not, because they're really trying to tear you down, but they want you to think that they're trying to build you up. Oh, I love those shoes for you. I would never wear them because my feet probably wouldn't look good in them. But the way your feet look, they complement your feet. That kind of bullshit. But they were saying something. They was saying something to somebody else, to this person who was sent to help you. They was trying to block you. They was trying to block you, but ended up hurting themselves. And it's only because this person is jealous of you. That's it. That's all. I'm telling you, you made your plan, and you didn't tell anybody what you was going to do. You just walked away. You just walked away. And it took them a while to even realize that you turned your back on them, because you didn't tell them. You didn't come out and say, I'm leaving. I'm never going to talk to you again. You just did it. You was just like, and was gone. And they were confused. They was confused because then all of a sudden they felt all of that energy that they wanted you to feel. So they was like trying to figure out, wait, why are we stuck? Because you was no longer involved with them. You had closed that cycle, and all that shit that they did was coming right back around to them. You graduated. You completed your course. You finished the mission. And they're looking to see if anything that they did was going to work. No, not at all. They upset. They're upset because they're not able to move forward. They're stuck. They're stuck. Overburdened. And now they would they would really appreciate this helping hand, this love. They would really appreciate a kind word, some guidance. They would really appreciate that. But see, when you was trying to help them, they didn't want to help themselves. So why continue to help somebody who don't want to help themselves? Why go out, get the whole rescue party together, and you getting everybody together trying to rescue somebody, only to get there and they say, "Oh, I'm fine. You didn't have to come." So yeah, if they ain't trying to rescue themselves, you ain't trying to do nothing either. And you know what? By the time they try to rescue themselves, they may be completely broke, busted, and totally disgusted. But you ain't in the saving those souls business, especially for some souls that don't want to be saved. You know what I'm saying? Now somebody want a handout. They need your help. Now like I said, their money is funny. They ain't moving nowhere. Nothing is happening. Somebody needs your help. But you know what? What they got to do is they got to go through this karma first. This King of Wands, I'm telling you, this King of Wands may have to go to jail, may have to go to court, may have to go to jail, may have to serve some time. And we ain't talking about a little time. We talking about, with the Knight of Pentacles, a long ass time. Okay? See, they done did some supercalifragilisticexpialidocious dog bullshit that they got to atone for. Their ancestors was telling them to hold that shit down. But you know what? They didn't give a shit. They was going in. So now that they went in and that tower has exploded and blew them the fuck out, now they want some help. This person is sitting here thinking about this relationship that they fucked up for you. That's what they're doing. They realize now they should have left well the fuck alone. Fuck enough. Well alone. They should have left well enough alone. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's like this. This is like a child and some parents in a family. It's something going on with this child, the parents, and this family. It's something going on with that. What's going on, Spirit? Yeah, somebody got to go through some jail time. And whether it's spiritual jail, county jail, federal jail, we don't give a shit. Just get that old narcissistic karmic motherfucker off the damn street. So this is so this has to do with that couple that I was saying and this child. And they all work together. Ain't that fucked up? That couple and that child, they all work together. And they in the same family. They all work together against you. But it's okay. Because they all getting it too. Everybody gets some of this smoke. You walk in the door lit. Oh, you about to walk out the door smelling like smoke. Everybody's getting it. Now somebody want to come and apologize to you. They want to give you that cup of love. They want to really apologize for the shit that they did. Somebody was actually holding some money back from you. They was trying to hold something back from you so that you didn't get it. You just didn't get it because they felt like you wasn't fighting for it. I'm telling you, somebody was gonna. They wanted to see you actually come out the bag, come out of yourself, and fight for something that they was gonna try and hold back anyway. All because they wanted some games. They wanted to see your life disrupt. They wanted to see you all off balance, out kilter. They didn't want to see, you being level headed or nothing. They wanted to see you just really flip. And this King of Cups, this Queen of Swords had told this King of Cups something, but this King of Cups sure the fuck didn't listen. It's almost like about, I'm kind of like feeling like, be careful be careful who you mess with, because you don't know who's connected to whom. Like, why strike somebody down only to find out that is one of God's favorites, or that's an earth angel? But that King of Cups didn't want to listen. In fact, that King of Cups, wanted to. They held you back. They discounted you. They really didn't listen to you. They felt like you didn't know what you was talking about. Hey, Lightworker William, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Mm-hmm. Your ancestor. I don't know why I'm feeling like this is a grandfather or somebody that's a passed over loved one that's looking at you, and they just want you to know that they worked everything out. Confirmation. It's like they said, I got this. Don't even worry about it. I got everything under control. I worked it all out. And they're confirming right now they have worked it all out. It's going to go in your favor. In that group, I'm telling you, yes, this is what they're getting. And God is sitting there watching them too. Watching everybody fuss, fight. Watching everybody, they can't sleep. They can't eat anymore. Everybody's at each other's necks. All of them got this curse. All of them. God said, "Oh, you wanted to give it to my collective? How about we don't give it to my collective, but you take it instead, since it was good enough for them. It's got to be great for you. So it's yours. There you go." Oh, now they don't want this. Now hey, Saida. Now they feel like, oh, we don't want this. It's too much. But it wasn't going to be too much for you. It was going to be just right for you, right? Isn't that how it goes? They didn't think it was too much for you when they was doing all this. See, the only thing is, they didn't know that you had a mighty protector. They did not know that you had a mighty protector, baby. And this is what everybody is talking about. Hey, spirits, tunes into Tarot 66. How are you? This is what they gossiping about. And all of them in their feelings, because they all feel stupid for trying to, for trying to fight up against you. All of them in that devilish mode, trying to strike against you. And now here they are in jail, spiritual jail, whatever. And here you are, single, self-sufficient, sexy. Let's not leave that out. Doing your own thing. And they looking at you. thinking about what they almost had, how they almost got it to work. This mother, let's see what's going on with her. She had planned this shit from jump. When you was just a child, she had planned this shit. She knew what she wanted to do to you since you was a child. I'm telling you, she wanted to fuck you up. She was throwing all types of curses, all types of spells, all types of word magic. She was doing the most to you ever since you was a child. And the fucked up part about it, you was her child. She was supposed to be giving you love, but she didn't. You was her child. You ain't do nothing to her except be born. Hell, she had options, quite as it's kept. So why choose to have somebody and mistreat them? You know, that's what you call off balance. That's what you call crazy. That's what you call out of their head. That's what you call you need some psychological help, bitch. That's what you call that shit. How dare somebody? Yeah. She had this shit planned all along. You know, and this is what, and you was love. God gave you to her to love, to cherish, to help, to hold, to nurture. God gave you to her. But she already had this little fucked up plan in the back of her mind because she wasn't all the way healed from her own childhood. You know? And she thought that if she did this, if she did this to you as a child, that she would get some type of accolades. But now she's looking at what she did to you as a child, and she's realizing that not only did she miss the part that you have a gift, but she also missed the part that you was going to be delivering her karma. That's got to hurt. I mean, that has got to sting. You planned all this shit from when somebody was knee-high to a grasshopper. Over the years, you just piling it on. You can't get enough shit to pile on. Now that you got so much shit on this hill and you can't see to the left or to the right, you know, and all of a sudden that shit start rumbling and moving and you like, oh shit, what's happening? And this shit is like, that's right, I'm getting ready to fall and I'm falling back on you. She did all that shit only for it to fall back on her. She did not know that you had that gift, and your gift to her was to bring her karma. I'm telling you, both of them was witches. Both of them. Could be some parents. Yeah, both. And now they both want to come and they want to say, we're sorry, we didn't know what we were doing. Please forgive us. Please forgive us. Let's try again. Let's maybe go to counseling. Let's do this. I want to get the family back on track. But you already know not to believe that shit. Because if they wanted to do that, they would have did that last year before, 10 years before, 20 years before. They wouldn't wait until they get in karma to do that shit. Because at that point, it's too late. Pandora has already opened up that box. Karma is already tap dancing in the fucking living room. And she ain't about to stop. Because she learned a new routine. And I'm not going to be the one to interrupt her, because she gets nasty when you interrupt her. But this is what they know is about to happen. You ain't accepting that shit. It's like, you know what? Take that shit and go on. See, now somebody's thinking about something that they held back. You have somebody left you something, maybe in the will, and instead of giving it to you, they've been holding it back. You know, they could have already spent it, but they was trying to make it so that they could, create something so that you would miss it. You wouldn't even see it, like you would, your shit. You would be so like you was just so fucking dumb or something, or oblivious to what the fuck is going on, that they're like, we just need you to sign this document. And you're like, what is it? Oh, it's just something that says that we love you. Oh, sure. Give me an ink pen. Here you go. Here. No. It's just like, no. It don't even make sense. Yeah. Like they're holding back something from you. Something is yours. Something is to come to you. And they're trying to hold it back. I feel like that's why your passed over loved one, I feel like it's a grandfather, is there. He making sure you get what's yours. He's making sure you get what's yours. Because I just heard him say, or else there will be hell to pay. Mm-hmm. What else, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Yeah, they never thought you as a child, because you was a kind child. You was sweet. You was the little cuddly bug, the one that everybody liked to pick up and hold. The one that always made sure that everybody was okay. You okay, Uncle Tommy? You all right, Aunt Jane? You was that type of child. You wanted everybody to be okay. They never, ever, ever imagined that you would one day not only walk away, but completely turn your back on them. They never thought that would happen. Your grandfather passed right before you were born. It doesn't mean that he's not here helping you. It don't mean that at all. They see us. We just don't see them. What's the message? Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I feel like, this is either Archangel Michael, or I kind of feel like, this is you communicating with the spirits. Because, you are that star. You're already intergalactic. You already can see the other side. But see, these two, they didn't know. And let me tell you something. These two were working with the King of Cups. These two brought the King of Cups in because they wanted this King of Cups to be part of that. Like I said, it was that couple and the child. And now they all are under judgment because you had to walk away from all of them. Every last one of them is praying because they know this tower is hitting. This tower is hitting. And you know what? They getting beat the fuck down. They are getting beat the fuck down. Like I said, that Wheel of Fortune, what was going around came right back around. And when it came back around, trust me when I say that sword of truth was right there. They couldn't hide the truth. They still cannot hide the truth. This is why they lost their inheritance. They lost their gifts. You know, I feel like it was the King of Cups that had this inheritance, but he's lost it. And that cycle is closed. This father figure, regret for working with the devil. For sitting here trying to cast these spells, these illusions, throw them at you. But they didn't work. It didn't work. Somebody doesn't want you to talk either. They don't want you to say anything. They said, you turned your back, you walked away, you turned your back. Stop talking. Someone does not want you to talk about it. They don't want you to bring it up because it's already that people are already looking. People are already doing their research. People already remember shit from a long time ago. So that's why they don't want you to continue to talk about it, because they know that they was wrong. They know they tried to, cut you out. They know they tried to mess up your opportunities so nothing grew. They know this. That's why they don't want you to talk about it. They don't want everybody to know how they messed up your relationships. They don't want anybody to know that. They didn't want anybody to know that, you know what, once you took your space, once you left their company, once you gave them your ass to kiss and say goodbye, they don't want people to know that you came up. You came up. And now your child or children, now they're sitting here looking at you and thinking about what you still have that they no longer have. They just did not know how intuitive you were. And when you were sitting there telling the truth, they didn't know you were telling the truth. You know why? Because they didn't check shit out. Because they didn't ask a fucking question. Because they allowed the devil to whisper in their ear. But all those tricks, all that magic, now someone is seeing that it only hurt them. It only hurt them. All those lies, they had several opportunities to get it right, to apologize, but they kept on. They kept on. So now what do they do? Lightworker Williams said, yeah, there's nothing they can do except for try and atone. Try and make it right. Confirmation. What else you got for us, Lightworker William? He said, we can forgive them and pray for them, but it won't alleviate karma or circumstances. What they really need to do is sincerely seek forgiveness from Jesus and God. Amen. What else, Spirit? What else? Thank you. Yep. Someone wants to lay down the swords now. They don't want to fight anymore. Because they can't handle what's happening. They can't handle this karma. They can't handle this because they don't know how much more they can take. Because they actually lost count of what they actually put out there. All they know is you're not there to help them. And no matter, even if they are looking at you, they still got this big ass fucking monkey on their back. They didn't realize it was going to be that instant karma. They said something. You didn't say anything. You just walked away. And it was that instant karma. Now, the battle is over. You won. You're free. You are free. Whatever it was that you needed to say to break this curse, you said it. It's over. The curse is done. They can't do anything. Especially that quote unquote mother who has a child and purposely sets out to ruin that child's life. What kind of diabolical, sick, twisted, deranged individual does that? In September last month, or a couple months ago, I feel like somebody tried to spiritually cut you. I feel like somebody tried to throw some curses at you to cut you. I don't know if it was to try and cut the cord that you have between you and God, or what, but somebody was trying to actually hurt you in the month of September. What is this, November? So now this is just, and it's because like in September, they were really upset. They were hot. But now they've had to calm down because they know that there's nothing they can do. See, you're not stressed, but they are. What's the message? I just heard somebody say, God, why did I even do that? Yes, because they are very concerned. Somebody's like, why did I do that? Because the wheel of fortune, what comes around goes around. That's karma. You can't stop it. All you can do is just make sure that you are living on the right-hand side of God. Instead of sitting there trying to act like, I can do this. Nobody's seeing me. Because somebody was worried about what the crowd was going to say. But now I feel like they are more concerned with what God has to say. Because now somebody knows that not only does God know this, but their ancestor knows that this accident was no accident. And they want to know. They're asking for somebody to make it make sense. Because you were starseed. You was born a starseed. You're going to die a starseed. But not until you are finished with what your purpose is, what your mission is. What are you here to do? You left them to their own devices. You had to. Because you no longer care. They was doing too much. You no longer care. You realize that they are a karmic. And something's going to happen in the month of December. September and December. All in the course of 3 months. What else, Spirit? What else? Hold on. Like 50 want to pop out at one time. Hold on. Anything else? Somebody misjudged the devil who tried to be you. This is these damn internet trolls. And they didn't know that manipulation took place. That's what somebody's going to say. They're going to say, I didn't know that I was being manipulated. And that's okay if they want to say that. Just go with it. Just go with it. But just let them know that that's okay because you was looking like a whole clown while you was being manipulated. So if you want to say that you was a clown, say you was a clown. Let them know they chose this shit. So there's no excuse of I didn't know I was being manipulated. You chose that. We all have free will. We all have free will. And they're stuck in the place you were supposed to be. And only now does it really make sense why you had to leave, why you left. Because, you were sitting here trying to make it through, trying to go through, trying to stay there, trying to be there, trying to work it out, trying to compromise. You was doing all of that shit. But now it makes sense why you had to leave. Because no matter what, they was always going to throw obstacles in your way because they were so jealous of your energy. These fools acted so fucking ignorant towards you, And somebody was always trying to fit in, and it cost them everything. Everything. So we saw September, we saw December, now we see in January and August. Something about August, because this could be about a Leo, because here's a strength card. But what I feel like maybe this Leo is going to be sending out a message, and you're not even going to respond. Maybe that's going to be in January. You are not even going to respond because the only thing that you're going to think of is you're going to remember how they treated you. They treated you like a piece of shit. They created their own karmic web. And now they asking for atonement because they can't go nowhere. This could be about a Pisces because here's the Hangman and March. Now they stuck because the past returned and created a tower. But you don't have to worry because you have spiritual protection. I'm telling you, somebody is one of your ancestors, one of your passed over loved one is here scaring the fuck out of somebody. And they swear up and down they see a ghost. It's because they haunted by the past. I'm telling you. Because your ancestors are protecting you. Especially after you called judgment and you walked away. That's when your ancestors was like, good, let's get these sleeves up. Well, I got my steel toe boots on. Let's get the kicking ass and take a name. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. So let me see. Divine purpose and alignment always takes precedence over their evil intentions and schemes. Then karmic return is always amplified. Good. You don't want to say good, but you know what? You feel I pray for my enemies. I truly pray for my enemies because I feel like they had to been stupid, or they just have, maybe that's their purpose, to be taken down by an earth angel. because it's like at some point people have to stop and realize that wait a minute, where's all this negative energy going? Because I'm afraid that when it's my turn, I'm afraid to get it back. Oh well. I don't know what to say. It's almost like, for some reason I was going to say it's like a human experience, but no, you have to act human to enjoy the human experience. But whenever you act like some type of wild child, and we got 86 to 68, so something is being mirrored back in the chat. But when you act like some type of wild child, you act like you don't give a damn or you really could give a shit less, you're not acting like a human. I don't know what the hell you're acting like. Something wild and something feral, I guess. Mm. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. Yes, we have to pray for them, family, friends, collective, and enemies. The rain falls on the just as well as the unjust. Exactly. Yes, K. Hyphy and Lightworker William. Prayers for all, even for the enemy. Yes, exactly. Even for the enemy. Because we ultimately want them to heal. We need help in this spiritual war because there's a lot more that we have to do. And there's a lot more evil that we are going to face. So we need to pray for them because we all need to band together. We need all the spiritual help we can get because it's kind of fucked up out there. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. Go get my little wild dog. She's still outside. I hear her knocking at the damn door or she still go crazy and start digging and shit. Thank you, Marcia. All right, you too, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. I do look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. And let's pray for each other, especially for our enemies tonight. I love you all. Good night.